This segment of Panther Sports Talk is brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
The UNI Volleyball team's coming off another great season, and we're sitting down with head volleyball coach Bobbi Petersen here inside the McLeod Center. Coach, does it feel any different this year as you ramp up for another season, or same old as we head into a new year?
I think it's always very exciting, and there's just a lot of anticipation of what's ahead. I think this year it's been a lot of fun because we have so many people returning that we're able to do things in preseason a little bit differently. We get through some of the early stuff very fast and get to do some fun things as we get going. So that's been neat to be able to have so many returners, and just the attitude. We always have great attitudes coming into preseason, obviously, because it's exciting. But what they were able to do this spring, what they were able to do this summer, they definitely were on a mission. So that held over into the preseason. It's been a lot of fun this preseason.
What's the competition been like as vying for playing time during the spring, during the summer months?
I think that's the biggest thing. You know, obviously we return everyone that was on the court last year, but there's a lot of competition for those positions, and that's what makes your team better. And even if we have a starting lineup, obviously coming up this weekend and put 6 players out on the court, I think there's going to continue to be competition throughout the rest of the season, which is good. I think everybody understands they're going to have a role to play, and that role may change from week to week, so I think that makes the competition even more in practice.
Why are you excited about your front line and what they're going to bring to this team?
Obviously, getting that experience back in the front line. You look at Kayla and even Piper, she was a freshman last year, but a year under your belt makes a big difference in what you're able to do strategically. I love that part of it because you're not just talking about the skill and the technique as they're playing out there. You're able to strategize more and do things against what the other team is doing. So our front line is going to be able to take control out there and not always just getting information from the bench, from the coaches, but being able to figure it out for themselves out there with the experience that we have. And that's a lot of fun to be a part of, to coach.
So you have an experienced setter, but you also have a couple of setters who are quite versatile and can help run that offense.
Yeah, and I look for our offense to be much improved from last year, and we did a great job last year with certain things, but one of the things we talked about is we do a lot defensively in terms of getting the ball up, making good plays, but bettering the situation. And both Heather and Rachel have had great summers, great springs. Heather has come in with just a different air about her in terms of, I think last year she looked for a lot of guidance in terms of what to set, who to set, what plays to run, but this year she's that kid that's taking charge, and she's telling us what she's going to do, and I love that. I love that attitude, and I think that makes everyone around here feel more comfortable too and confident. And then Rachel's right in there battling as well, so we have 2 good options in that position.
What do you love about your back row?
Back row, I love the attitude. You know, we brought in two new back row players that aren't missing a beat with all the rest, and I think that's really cool because the pace of the game is so different at this level, but they're able to catch up with that after the first couple days of preseason. Just the mentality, nothing hits the floor, ball's up, they're chasing it into the stands. That's just kind of our mentality and what we try to teach, but you don't have to do much of that right now because it's just ingrained in them, and they're doing a great job in the back row.
Awesome. We'll be back with more with Bobbi and plenty more here on Panther Sports Talk.